My father was a preacher. His name was, and my grandfather apparently gave elaborate names to his children. I'm named for him, the name he took, I'm sure. And there was an uncle named Gardner Calvin, and he named my father Washington Monroe Taylor, W.M. Taylor. My father was a preacher in Louisiana and of some prominence. My mother was a housewife until my father died, and then became a school teacher.
Do you have any idea how your family ended up being in the Baton Rouge, Louisiana area?
Yes, my grandfather and grandmother, her name was Charity Taylor, were slaves in Kentucky, and then I think were brought to Mississippi. And I do not know exactly how they ended up in Baton Rouge, but they did. And so my father was reared not in Baton Rouge, but near there, and became pastor of what was, and is, I guess, the largest, most influential Baptist church in Baton Rouge. And so we root there. My mother's parents, I don't know about. I am inclined to think that my mother's parents were much more mixed background than my father's. My father often boasted in his pulpit in Baton Rouge that nobody has tampered with me. He was pure African. And
I read somewhere a quote that you described him as something as this tall,
yes,
ebony
yes,
black,
completely black and tall and straight and yeah.
And he was very, very proud of
yes,
it.
He was. Of course, he married a woman who did not look like him at all.
How did one of the things that we talk about a lot with in these interviews is color differences in the African American community, and how did your parents deal with those kinds of extreme color differences, particularly when your father was clearly so proud of being untampered with?
Yes, it was quite a thing at that time that particularly men, black men, very dark complexion, people of very dark complexion, seemingly married more often than not women of lighter complexion. I think we have to say that there was, some embarrassment about Africa. And so they were seeking whatever way they could to identify themselves as Americans.